You feel stuck. You feel like you're not progressing. You feel like you're going in the wrong direction. You feel like you're going backwards. I want to remind you, progress is not perfection. It's just taking the step in the right direction. And honestly, most progress is made outside of the comfort zone. My name is Remy, and I want to encourage you to redefine progress. I think a lot of times we view progress as something more specific than it should be, when really it's a very broad thing that can look a lot of different ways. Depending on the goals that you've set for your life and the expectations that you've placed on yourself or that others have placed on you, you may feel right now like you are behind. You may feel right now like you're not progressing. But the truth is that the only reason you view it that way is because of the goals that you have set, because of the expectations that you have placed on yourself or someone has placed on you. So if we change the way that we look at progress, if we redefine it, then suddenly we can go from living a life that is viewed as not progressive to one that is extremely progressive. And so I want to encourage you and remind you of ways that you can redefine progress, because I really believe that as much as you've gone through, if you're watching this video, then the last thing you need is to feel guilty. The last thing you need to feel is shame. The last thing you need to feel as if you're not good enough just because you're not where you thought you would be by now. So if we're going to change this whole idea and thought process about progress, if we're going to redefine it, one of the first things we have to do is go from looking at things with like outcome goals in mind and start looking at things with effort-based goals in mind, meaning that you have the power to control how much effort you give in any and everything, but you can never control the outcome. None of us can, right? That's just part of this thing called life. So, right, instead of focusing on becoming a millionaire, right, why don't you just focus on saving $10 a week, right? You can control that, right? Why not, instead of focusing on how much weight you lose, focus on how many steps you take in a week? You can track that, right? How about instead of focusing on going viral on social media and getting thousands and thousands of followers or 1 million followers and so many views and shares, why don't you just focus on making one video per day? See, as we redefine progress and we make it more so effort-based than outcome-based, we're able to take back our power. We're able to take back a sense of control. I don't want you out here feeling as if you are so insignificant or less than because there's some goal that you have not achieved. There's some place you have not arrived to. There's some amount of money you have not made. Please do not allow the comparison game to continue stealing your joy. Also, may I remind you that life is not just about doing, it's about becoming. I think sometimes we don't realize that the only way to progress is not just in the things that we do. You can also progress emotionally as well. Emotional progression is valuable. It is powerful. Dare I say, it is the seed that really leads to all of the external progression that other people are able to see. So for some of you, emotional progression may mean going to therapy. Go get the healing that you need. Emotional progression may take place in your mind before it will ever take place in your pockets. It may take place in your heart before it will ever manifest through the views that you want in a video. Because as you become a better you, you're going to produce better content. You're going to produce better ideas. You're going to produce better efforts. So understand, another form of progress outside of doing is becoming. Trust me when I tell you, I get that a lot of this is easier said than done, but I don't want you to feel stuck. I don't want you to feel behind. I don't want you to feel insignificant. I don't want you to feel less than. I don't want you to feel like you've done all you can do and that there's nothing left. I didn't even mention how you could still journal every day. You could read books every day. You could dedicate an hour of your time to prayer every day, to the Bible. You have more power than you think, but you have to take it amongst yourself to accept that maybe you've been placing too high of expectations on yourself, and that's why it doesn't feel like you're progressing. So take a step back, take a breather, inhale, exhale, and redefine what progress looks like for you. And watch, you're going to find that joy and that peace that you've been looking for. Drop a comment in the comment section. Let me know how this blessed you. And I pray that you have a blessed rest of your day. Peace.